Welcome, family, friends, all my family, friends, and saints, to the first leg of my trip to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I am now at Bushfield Airport on my way to Atlanta, then to Chicago, where I will be staying overnight. Come join me as we see the adventure and what the Lord is going to do on this trip. Okay, I finally got settled in and got a little dinner, nothing but a salad really, and just kind of preparing right now for the week, for the days that are coming up on this trip in Tanzania at this pastors conference, pastors leadership conference for these pastors in Tanzania. You know, it's amazing what God is doing in this situation. Pastor Timothy Jerry, who is sponsoring this trip, who I'm going with, when he called me on the 30th of August, he said these words to me after we had discussed some details about the trip. He said these words to me. He said, I've been to Tanzania several times, but this trip is different for some reason. He said, and this is what he said, it's something transitional. It's like God will establish something. It's like we're putting down tent stakes. It's something foundational. And of course, you know, when I heard that, it bore witness to me what I was to speak on in this whole conference, is that God said his house would be a house of prayer. In Isaiah 56, chapter 56, verse 7. And then in Mark, the 11th chapter, Jesus said, my house shall be called a house of prayer. This is the end time work God is doing in the earth. This is the method by which God is going to bring in a mass influx, increase of souls into the kingdom, according to Acts 15 and 16, where, I'm just paraphrasing here, where James said, when all the apostles met at their council of Jerusalem, James said, he quoted Amos, I think it's Amos 9:15, where Amos said, by the Spirit of the Lord, that the tabernacle of David would be restored. And through the tabernacle of David being restored, the Gentiles would be drawn in and saved, and whoever calls upon the name of the Lord, they would be saved. This will be done through the establishment of David's tabernacle. That is the worship order, where we begin to draw nigh to God, where the first commandment becomes first place in our lives, when we worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness, when we join Jesus in his intercession for the nations. In Psalms 2:8, the Father told Jesus the Son, "Ask of me, and I'll give you the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy inheritance." And we will join Jesus in this asking for the nation, and as we plead for the nations, God will begin to move mightily through his church, the ecclesia, the called out ones, called out to stand, to plead, to intercede, to take dominion, to take authority in the earth. So this is the message I will be preaching in Tanzania this coming week. So I'm going to close out now and finish my studying and go to bed, get up in the morning, go to the gym, eat me a good breakfast, and then go over to Terminal 5, which is the international terminal, and go through customs, and then over there I will meet Pastor Timothy Jerry and Kodiak Calkins. So see you tomorrow morning. Say hello, Pastor
Hello.
Jerry.
Ready to leave.
And
Well, hi
Kodiak
there.
Calkins.
Good to see you.
This is the youngster in the group.
Yeah, the baby of the group.
You watch us two old men. Make sure we make it okay.
Yeah.